Hello. Okay, so long time no see. I know I've been gone for a month, and that's because in my last video I explained that I have uni now. I go to uni now. So yeah, and it's not like that this channel is getting any traction or anything. So yeah, I'm just doing this for fun and for sharing my views. So in the last month, ever since like I made that video about how to be a 19-year-old loser, a lot has happened to the world. I don't know if you're paying attention to the world and what's going on right now, but a lot of Asian countries are having protests and revolutions and whatnot. So that's pretty fun. Yeah, but coming back to the topic. So I don't know if you guys know about him, but last week or last month, Hulk Hogan died. If you don't know about Hulk Hogan, just ask your parents, your older uncles or whatever. He was an icon, not just in the U.S. but also throughout the world. Like my uncle, who like barely spoke a lick of English, he he thought of Hulk Hogan as his idol and his hero, and yeah, and he was pretty fit. My uncle's dead now, but like 2 or 3 years before he passed, he was in decent shape. He was always lean. Yeah, he was a lean maxer before it was an actual thing. So yeah, but one of the main reasons he got into working out was because of Hulk Hogan. And I am a huge pro wrestling fan, and I know what his reputation is in the pro wrestling industry. I mean, he was a liar. He used to exaggerate things, and he used to even claim that I used to wrestle 400 days a year. I know that's BS, but like, yeah, that was the kind of guy he was. But why am I saying all this? I'm saying all this because even though, um, if you look at his recent performances, or he was also pretty pro-Trump, and that's why the left or the internet hated him. And I'm not taking any political sides or anything, but the reason I talked about my uncle was because Hulk Hogan really caused a positive change in the world. Like he got a lot of, I'd even argue, millions of young men to work out in the last 40 years or so. And I think that's a pretty big change. Like I don't consider myself to be that great. It depends on your definition of great, but if you bring the art of working out to millions of people, or if kids in the 80s were drinking their milk and saying their prayers and eating their vitamins because they thought that, hey, if I do these things, I'll be like Hulk Hogan. That's a pretty net positive. We are not here to argue about what kind of person he was or he is. Like, the main reason he gets flack is because of his right wing policy or his right wing ideologies, and because of the fact that he said the N word or he was racist. Like, yeah, I won't really call him racist because if you look at his career, he worked with black people for the majority of it. He had black friends. No, I'm not an apologist or anything, but yeah, people mess up, and I'm not really condoning saying what, like, I'm not condoning what he did, but I think one's bad thing doesn't erase a person's legacy. Um, the day before or the day after, Ozzy Osbourne also died, and I think Ozzy Osbourne was a degenerate. If we are talking about my definition of a degenerate, yeah, he did a lot of bad things, and like on the same day as Hulk Hogan, people were praising him like, oh, he did this, he got me to addiction, whatnot. But I'd argue that Ozzy also drove a lot of negative change in the world. So why is he being praised for something? Because even though he had bad influences, like there's probably a non-zero chance that there is a person who started drugs because of Ozzy Osbourne. So yeah, I'm not saying that we should excuse what Hulk Hogan or Terry Bollea or whatever his real name was did. I'm just saying that a person's bad deeds don't really erase his good ones. And in my opinion, in my personal opinion, his his good impact or his positive impact greatly outweighs the whatever he did, whatever the, and I'm not black, so I can't really talk about it. But if we are just talking about it objectively, I think just saying a few words is not doesn't, like, I know it's hurtful and whatever, and I have listened to the call recording, then what he said was pretty not okay. Like you don't really talk about people like that. But if I don't know if you get my point. Basically, in monkey terms, monkey kill big monkey, good. Monkey, small monkey harm, bad. But if monkey kill big bad monkey, that's objectively better than killing small monkey. I don't know if that makes sense, but it does in my head, and I don't really skip trees, so yeah. Also, these aren't really connected to anything; they're just there so my hair doesn't mess up. And yeah, subscribe if you want to. Don't subscribe if you don't want to. Um, I'll be, I'll try to be more consistent, but yeah, I hope I get really famous one day, and I hope I get uh, one of those play buttons. So if you want me to get those, subscribe, like, dislike, whatever. Bye bye.